I'm on holiday this week. I'm in the Bahamas, more specifically on an island called Great Exuma. It's part of the Exumas, and it is such a beautiful place to be. Everywhere you look, there are stunning views. The weather is pretty much epic all the time. The locals are so lovely and welcoming. You've got some awesome wildlife here. You can see sharks and you can see turtles. You can see all sorts of cool stuff. And it's just an amazing place to be. I wasn't going to film a video while I was here. I was just going to relax and do pretty much nothing really. But something that I've noticed over the last few days has intrigued me. I thought it's kind of interesting. There's a side to the Bahamas that you don't really see on Instagram or on YouTube videos. There is a lot of abandoned stuff here. When you Google the Bahamas or you Google the Exumas, you don't see pictures of abandoned cars or abandoned planes or abandoned boats or abandoned housing projects. You usually just see models swimming with pigs or the lovely crystal clear water. You don't really see much of the island, mainly you just see the coastline. But when you come away from the coastline and that crystal clear blue water, there's quite a lot of sort of sad and depressing stuff you see around the island. Mainly you see abandoned houses, abandoned housing projects. You see a house that started construction 10 years ago and never finished. You see plots of property that have been leveled and bulldozed ready for construction, but nothing ever came. An example of this that you may have seen is the location where they held Fire Festival. You see this huge, massive, dug-out concrete mass, which was originally created to have loads of houses on it, and there's quite a few plots on there now. It's just abandoned. They built that 10, 15 years ago, and there's probably 2 or 3 houses on there. No one is buying any of those locations, so it's just left there. And that isn't a one-off here. There's another example just down the road from where I'm staying in Georgetown. A lovely resort which was built in the 70s, I think, and throughout the 70s and 80s it was the place to be on Great Exuma. Everyone went and stayed there, but in the 80s the owner of the resort got put in prison because he was affiliated with the cartel. A lot of drugs came through the Bahamas. This guy went to prison and the resort shut, and it's remained shut ever since, and instead of someone taking it over and bringing it back to its former glory, it's just been left to rot. You can see some work was attempted maybe 5-10 years ago, but apart from that, it's just been left there, and it's quite a sad thing to see. The only reason I can think of as to why there's so much stuff here on the side of the road or in a hedge or just abandoned is because there's a huge lack of infrastructure here. This is a very small island with quite a harsh climate, so if your car breaks down the side of the road and you can't get spare parts for it, what do? The government's not going to come and tow it away, so you just leave it there, and before long, with the environment being really harsh here, that's either completely rusted or a hedge grows around it and it's just left there, and no one seems to care. You seem to sort of drive through towns and there's a brand new car sitting next to an abandoned car in someone's garden. That's quite a common sight, and people just leave it and they don't seem to care. And that's the story wherever you go around this island. There's so much stuff that's just been left, and I think it's really sad because you've got such stunning scenery here. It's slightly depressing to come inland a little bit and see all this stuff that's just been left. So that's just something that I've noticed while I've been here, and it's something that I haven't really seen on the internet, so I thought I'd make a little video about it just to show that there's another side to the Bahamas that you don't see on Instagram. With that being said, there is definitely so much beauty here, and there's a reason you see all of that beauty on Instagram. It is such an epic place to be. Here's a little look at some of the amazing sights here in the Bahamas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to give it a like if you did, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.